guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions over a foundation that I picked up during the VIB sale last week. I actually picked up a couple different foundations, but I'm going to be trying out this one today, so I thought that I would let you guys know my thoughts on it as I'm applying it. And this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation. So it comes in this little stick, and you open it like that, and then it has a little plastic protector on it. It just pops off really easily, and then the twist little applicator to get the product out. So the color that I picked up is 120 in their old numbering system, and in their new numbering system it's Y245. I'm actually a really big fan of the new numbering system because it has the undertone included in the shade number. For instance, mine is Y245, which means it has a yellow undertone, and then the red undertones have an R in front of the number for obviously a red undertone. So I just feel like it makes it a lot easier, especially if you're trying to find your shade online. You can kind of just look in the yellows or the reds and go from there. So I like that. So far, Makeup Forever has 15 different shades in the stick foundation. It was actually a little tricky for me to find my color. I was in Sephora, and I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but the lights in Sephora are so bright that when I was swatching them, I could not find my color. I had to hold it out in the light, like in the hallway, because my Sephora is actually in a JCPenney's, so the light in Sephora is super bright, and the light in JCPenney's is more kind of warm, so I had to hold it like in between there to try to find my color. It was kind of a mess. So I just guessed on this color. I'm hoping that it matches me. Looks like it will, so I'm hoping it does. I don't have anything else on my face besides moisturizer this morning. It's just a bare, clean face with the Derma E Hydrating Daytime Moisturizer. And I decided I'm going to apply primer to one side of my face. I'm actually going to be using this Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. I've actually tried it. You can see it's open. It came with the other foundation that I picked up, which is the Ultra HD Liquid Foundation. If you guys want a review on that or a first impressions, let me know. But this came with it, so I've been using it, and I actually really like it. It's very hydrating. I'm going to be using that today on one side of my face to see if it makes a difference or not. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply a little bit of this, and I'll do the primer on this side. I really like this stuff. It smells good too. It honestly just feels like a lotion. I like it a lot. And then I'm just going to twist a little bit of this foundation up, and I don't know how it's going to apply, so I'm just going to do one layer and then I'll go back in and build it up to see if it can build. So I'll just do a couple stripes there, one there. Okay, you guys. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to zoom you up so you can see this. I'll apply it to my forehead real fast. Okay, that is disgusting. Okay, so from just applying it, you can see every single one of my pores. That is so gross. I can't believe I'm even showing you guys. That looks so disgusting. Everywhere, even like up here, it shows every little pore that I didn't even know I had. That's really gross. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki F80 brush to blend this in and see if the situation changes. Okay, it blends in really easily. I'm not even using much pressure or effort at all, and it just kind of melts into the skin. Okay, that's really strange. Once it's blended in, you can't even tell I have pores. I wonder if that's like part of its magic or something. I don't know, that is so weird. It went from that right there, all those pores, to you can't even tell I have pores. Okay, that is so strange. That is crazy. All right, I will zoom you guys back out and finish the rest of my face because I'm at a weird angle. I'm still kind of in shock about this situation over here. It's so weird. That was disgusting when I first applied it, and now it's like airbrushed. It looks so good. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it to this side without the primer, and we'll see if it does the same thing. Oh yeah, that is so gross. Oh my gosh, I have never had a foundation do that to me. That is really disgusting. Wow. I have some redness around my nose, so I'm just gonna touch up right there. Going back in with the F80. Yeah, like I said, I'm barely applying any pressure at all, and this just kind of melts into the skin. It doesn't even feel like I have anything on my face. Like, it doesn't even feel as heavy as some primers do. It feels very light. It's really blendable. It doesn't feel like silicone, because I hate that feeling. It just feels like nothing, really. Weird, because it really feels like I don't have anything on my face at all. I would definitely say that the coverage is a medium coverage right off the bat with just the amount that I put on. I can still see a little bit of my darkness peeking through from like sunspots, age spots. The redness around my nose is pretty much gone, but I did add a little extra. Let's go ahead and see if it's buildable. Gosh, it looks so gross when it's first applied. Have you guys ever had this happen to you? Like your pores look that big with a foundation? Because I have never. It is so bizarre. The color match is literally spot on, by the way. I don't know if the camera is showing how perfect this color match is, but it's pretty amazing. I think when I tried Makeup Forever in the past, I just put it at random places, by the way. When I tried Makeup Forever, just the HD foundation years back, I think my shade was like 117, so I don't know what the deal is with that, because this color is perfect for me. All right, it's definitely buildable. It's not getting cakey at all, but it's definitely full coverage now. Okay, that was so weird at the beginning though. I'm still really creeped out by the pore issue, guys. I'm sorry. All right, so this is 2 full layers of the foundation on, and I think it looks really good. First of all, very impressed with the color match. It's perfect for me. So if you're around my skin tone, this is the color to get. The finish is really pretty too. I wouldn't say it's like a luminous finish. It's more of like a satin natural finish, but there is like a glow. I think that's like one of the claims. It has light reflecting properties, the box says, so I'm thinking that's where this glow is coming from as the light hits it, but I think it's beautiful. If you have oily skin, I don't know how you would like it, because if I'm looking like this already throughout the day, it could turn into a hot, greasy situation, so I don't know if you would like it, but of course I haven't worn it throughout the day, and I do have dry skin, so if you have oily skin, let us know if you've tried this and what you think. So far, I'm actually really loving it. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder right now, and it looks pretty amazing. It looks very flawless. I think that this was made for camera. Yeah, it says that it's created for the latest high-definition technologies of the film and TV industry. So that's probably why it's looking so good on camera. It's really great in person though too. I mean, it just looks like flawless, like really, really good. Let me see if it transfers at all. Yeah, it definitely transfers. I have foundation on my fingers now, but it is a cream product, so that's kind of to be expected. But it doesn't feel like tacky or greasy or slippery at all. But then again, I just applied it, so maybe it will set in a couple minutes. As far as like settling into my fine lines, I don't know if it's really settling into them. I definitely see the fine lines on my forehead still, and I can see my fine lines under my eyes, but it's not like predominant, like where the foundation is making that happen. As far as the primer, I don't really see a big difference from the side that I primed to the side that I didn't prime. They turned out the same as far as I can see right now. So now I'm going to go ahead and go apply the rest of my makeup over top of this foundation to see how it wears on the top of it, and I will be back to give you guys my final first impression thoughts on this foundation. Alright guys, I'm back. I went ahead and applied my makeup over top of the foundation to see how it would wear. I applied some of the Sephora powder. This is the Micro Smooth powder in the shade Deep. I used this as my bronzer. It's a great powder bronzer. Try it out if you haven't, it's good stuff. Also used the Milani Rose d'Oro blush on my cheeks. I applied some false lashes. I used the Becca highlighter as my eyeshadow and blended through the crease with this powder. So that's all the makeup that I have on right now. Oh, I also have lipstick on, which is the Urban Decay Naked 2 lipstick. That is everything that I have on my face. I did set one side of my face with translucent setting powder, and I used the Laura Mercier loose setting powder in the shade Translucent on this side of my face, which was the side without primer, and that helped a ton. To be honest, I would highly recommend, whether you have dry skin or oily skin, that you set this foundation with a powder. Some kind of powder, whether it be setting powder or extra coverage powder, whatever you guys prefer, but I would definitely recommend at least a translucent setting powder. If you have dry skin, translucent setting powders are great, especially this one from Laura Mercier. It just wears beautifully. It doesn't make you look dry or powdery or anything like that. The side that I set with the translucent powder still looks the same as the side that doesn't have the translucent powder. Like, it didn't change the finish of it or the light reflecting properties or anything like that, but it now is set. So you can touch it and it doesn't feel like sticky or tacky or creamy or anything like that. This side still has that cream kind of texture to it, which I don't really like because it does transfer, and I do wear a lot of white clothing, so yeah, I don't want that. I have the foundation on for like around 20 minutes now, and I feel like it's finally like settling into my skin. It looks really good still. I actually can't get over how flawless it looks. I'm actually like really impressed by this foundation so far because my skin honestly looks flawless. Like, looking in the viewfinder, it looks so good. So I hope that when I edit this, it still looks as good. Even in real life, like, my skin just looks very airbrushed and blurred and perfected. It has to be something with the lighting properties that are in this when it hits light, because it honestly just takes all my little imperfections and kind of just blurs it. It's so beautiful. I think if you're someone that has normal to dry skin, you're really gonna like this foundation. Honestly, if you have normal to combo oily skin, I don't think that you're gonna like this. To be completely honest, I just, no. I think it's gonna be too greasy for you. Just knowing people that do have oily skin, I think that this would be like, no, get that away from me. Because now that it's like settling, it does look a little bit more luminous and dewy, and it could be because of these lights. Nonetheless, I honestly just, I do not see a person with oily skin liking this, especially because if you don't set it, it is kind of movable on the face because it is a cream product. So I don't think that if you have oily skin, you're going to be a fan of this foundation. And the thing that's weird about this foundation is that it's almost like my redness is breaking through and my dark spots are still like visible. They're not covered, but the way that the light hits it, it perfects it and kind of blurs it. It's really bizarre, you guys. And it still feels like I have nothing on my face. I don't understand it. I don't understand the pore thing at the beginning, and now it looks flawless. This foundation has kind of got me just at a loss right now. But so far, so good. I'm actually really excited to try the liquid version of this foundation. So if you guys want to see like a full review on that or a first impressions of that one, be sure to let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you guys can see my final thoughts of this foundation after I wear it throughout the day and for the next couple weeks. So be sure to check out my favorites video at the end of the month or the beginning of December to find out if I like this and what my final thoughts were. But so far, I'm really liking it for someone that has normal to dry skin. And for oily skin, I would just say no right off the bat. I don't think that you will like this foundation. So thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video today. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.